Hey, Laney, Paul here. So I wanted to show you, we've been actually working on the corrections to the to the veneer. There we go. There, the words are coming out now. We've been working on the corrections to the veneer, and so of course it's kind of dusty out here, as you can see, but we'll be sanding. This is actually an epoxy. We slit these places that were bubbled up, and we have then put epoxy underneath with a syringe and then clamped them together. So up here there was an area that we believe was actually maybe some of the base wood let go. We're not positive, but anyway, all this will be sanded and we'll refinish this area. This particular area is going to get refinished from, well, all the way back here to all the way. And here's some clamps in place, by the way. But we're going to refinish all the way to up here, and more than likely, since there was a spot or two up here, more than likely what we'll end up doing is a maintenance coat. Which, the nice thing, here's another thing about the maintenance coat. You'll notice that the varnish, I'm not sure you'll be able to notice, but I'm hoping you will. You'll notice that the varnish is the varnish is shrinking, which the varnish does that. And the best look that your boat will ever have is 1 year after the varnish originally went on, when you do your maintenance coats. So you're kind of getting your maintenance coats for free. So, because what you'll notice, I don't know if you're going to be able to notice it or not. Well, hopefully, yeah. So right here in the reflection, you'll notice that as the varnish is shrinking, the surface of the varnish is taking on the shape of the wood grain down below. And this is normal, this is natural, this is what happens. So we go back in after a year and we do a maintenance coat. You don't have to do that, but for the best looking boat, that's what you'll do. And so trying to make sure that this is getting illustrated to you. But if you look in these shiny spots, you'll see what appears to be the wood grain. And that is now becoming a texture of the surface of the varnish. You can kind of see it on the dash as well. See if I can zoom in on the dash. And, yep, you can see it pretty well on the dash as well. So anyway, that's one of the advantages to this problem that showed up. And interestingly, it's not just the work that we did. You'll notice on the side here, this is some original plywood, original veneer. We didn't do anything to the side other. We hid some problems in the veneer, with this little extra, there we go, extra strip of wood that we explained to you several months back, that we were hiding. This stuff is, the veneer was releasing. Oops, let me zoom back out now. This veneer was releasing up under here. So we held this in place, held that releasing veneer, glued it, and held it in place with this strip of wood. And so this is original plywood veneer, of the original plywood. And even this expanded. This had released from the substrate of the plywood. And so we're going to be repairing this one as well. So, and then I think what we're going to do is stick it in the water and try try to humidify this thing, try to match the humidity of down there in Louisiana, so that if any other problems show up, they show up here instead of down there. And so with that update, just wanted to give you that update. I don't think we had anything like that on this side of the boat. I'll take a real quick look here. As we pan down the edge here. So no, we don't show any of that same problem on the rest of it. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update on the Laney Liz, and I've sent you some more information about your engine block and the difference between a healthy engine block and one that's got the threads on the bolts. We can put new bolts in, but we still have a thread problem in the block. So wanted to send you that information. I did a boroscope. Let me know if you didn't get that. I actually stuck a boroscope down in the thread holes, and we count 5 to 6 threads instead of 8. And I have another block. It's a used block. It would not be usable for this. Well, actually, it would be usable for this, I suppose. But this is a 283, and the block I've got is a 350. They're essentially the same block. They're called a GM small block. This one, the 350, is bored larger. Actually, it might even be a 327. But anyway, it's bored out larger than this one is. So this one is actually, when this one's bored, this is almost 300 cubic inches with the 40,000 bore. So I looked that up. I got several answers ranging from just under 300 cubic inches to like a 320 cubic inches. So I'll have to calculate it myself, I guess, to get a good answer. But at any rate, we can find another block. I think that would be the wise thing to do, is find another block. I have what might be able to show you bearings. Oh yeah. Let me hobble over here. In one of our drawers over here, we have bearings from. It's a whole different engine, but this is what your main bearings look like. So they fit in the block, and let's see, that's not, okay, they fit in the blocks, and they go in pairs. And oil enters through this hole right here and goes in these rings, or these grooves, and then that's what oils your bearings. That's how, and so your bearings end up running on a thin film of oil. Your crankshaft runs on a thin film of oil inside the bearings, and these bearings, of course, if there's a large gap between the inside diameter of the bearing and the outside diameter of the journal on your crank, then that means a lot of oil can bypass quickly, easily into the oil pan, and thus creating a situation of low oil pressure. So there's your oil hole in this one, and you have your ring there. So it's, anyway, just when I'm talking about bearings, this is what we're talking about. And if they run without oil for any length of time, these wear a lot, and then they will leak more oil back into the pan. So, and result in the low oil pressure. With a rebuild, generally, well, not generally, we always replace the oil pump in case there's a problem with the oil pump. And we always replace the bearings. Because the bearings and the oil pump are all inside the oil pan. So we replace both of those things at the same time. So the bearings would be inside the pan. If we had a compression problem, then we would do a top end rebuild, and the top end rebuild would make sure that all the valves seal properly. In this case, the heads came loose, and a breach occurred in your head gasket. So, and that allowed water to flow from this passageway into these cylinders. This one also had water in it. We're not quite sure where that one came from, but even they don't even have to breach. Just if they're loose, the water can actually just run between the layers. So that may be what was going on here. But at any rate, if you have any other questions about your engine, feel free to call or text or email. And just wanted to show you that we are working on the other parts of the boat. So no matter what you do with the engine, that's got to be fixed. And so that's happening over there now. Thank you.